let's move on past the audio. When you planned with these groups, what you planned with these groups was certainly no game, but it definitely resembled the war. You can see the pictures. This is an excerpt of the audio call. Now, these same dark money groups held at least 30 meetings for state attorney general senior staffers, including you, during the 2020 presidential campaign, even though I'm sure you knew that Missouri law bars state employees from using state resources for political activity. Missouri lawmakers were wise enough to make it illegal to weaponize state government facilities for political purposes, or in this case, to subvert America's democracy. Approximately how many of these political meetings did you attend while in your office and using state resources? And before answering, let me remind you, your Fifth Amendment protections against self-incrimination do apply here if you need to use them.
None of the meetings I attended were political. I attended one meeting by Zoom that discussed legal issues only. So
Okay.
everything you've said about the characterization, if I may, everything you've said about that characterization is
reclaiming my time. Attorney General staff members also attended one of these war games meetings on January 5th, 2021, on the very eve of the insurrection. Mr. Sauer, did you attend or participate in this meeting on January 5th, 2021? And can you share with us what war game strategies you discussed?
I did not attend that meeting. I was unaware of it.
Okay.
I'm not sure of the meeting you're referring to.
Okay, more bluntly, Mr. Sauer, did you violate Missouri Statute Section 36.157 by using state resources on official time to collude with political groups to prevent America's peaceful transfer of power?
Absolutely not.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for finally bringing a witness before us that has personally weaponized the government. Mr. Sauer did participate in war game meetings with the dark money group, the Republican Attorneys General Association. Given what we know and just heard, clearly my Republican colleagues would support further investigation into this matter. We have evidence. This is a state email suffix. It was during the time of day, during the work hours. So I move that the chair issue subpoenas to Mr. Sauer requesting any and all correspondence relating to their political involvement in the January 6th insurrection and dark money groups while using state resources. That's my motion, Mr. Chairman. And then we need to hold the time, please.
Yeah, hold the time for just a second.
We have to roll the time back by about 6 or 7 seconds.
Okay, the gentlelady has moved to issue a subpoena. We will have a roll call vote on that, and the gentlelady will suspend while we get the clerk prepared for that vote.
I make a motion to table.
Gentleman's made a motion to table the motion to issue a subpoena. As the clerks are getting ready, let us sort this out.
It's fine. Just want to point out that they're tabling the motion so that we can't get more information that shows that Mr. Sauer weaponized government, used and violated Missouri state law by.
Okay. Oh, hold on. We have a motion
by
pending.
colluding with a political.
The gentlelady will suspend.
To overturn a presidential election.
The motion to table is not debatable. The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Jordan. Mr. Issa. Yes. Mr. Issa votes yes. Mr. Massey. Yes. Mr. Massey votes yes. Mr. Stewart. Mr. Stewart votes yes. Ms. Stefanik. Mr. Gates. Yes. Mr. Gates votes yes. Mr. Johnson of Louisiana.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson of Louisiana votes yes. Mr. Armstrong. Yes. Mr. Armstrong votes yes. Mr. Stubbe. Yes. Mr. Stubbe votes yes. Mr. Bishop. Yes. Mr. Bishop votes yes. Ms. Kamak. Ms. Kamak votes yes. Ms. Hageman. Ms. Hageman votes yes. Ms. Poskett.
No.
Ms. Poskett votes no. Mr. Lynch. Ms. Sanchez.
No.
Ms. Sanchez votes no. Ms. Wasserman Schultz.
No.
Ms. Wasserman Schultz votes no. Mr. Connolly.
Nay.
Mr. Connolly votes nay. Mr. Garamendi. No. Mr. Garamendi votes no. Mr. Allred. Ms. Garcia.
Nay.
Ms. Garcia votes nay. Mr. Goldman.
No.
Mr. Goldman votes no.
Clerk will report.
Mr. Chair, there are 10 ayes and 7 noes.
The motion carries, and it is tabled.
Reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman.
Gentlewoman's recognized to complete her time.
I think we've made it very clear that the Republican majority has no interest in investigating true violations of the weaponization of government. They just tabled a motion to get more information to demonstrate that, and I'd ask with the remainder of my time, I think the video is ready so that we can play it. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, can we play the video, please?
Is that video ready?
Okay. I guess it's still not working. It would be nice if we could get the audio visuals working here in the committee. This hearing is fixated on a red herring. Studies show conservative voices are more prevalent on social media. We need to make sure that we are getting to the bottom of the weaponization of the federal government. But this committee is only interested in selectively doing that, as evidenced by the fact that the Republican majority on this committee squashed getting us more evidence than what I have behind me that I've entered into the record to proves that this witness, Mr. Sauer, weaponized government and participated violating Missouri state law
Gentlelady's time has expired.
in politicizing and trying to overturn an election.